Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. I am Susan LaCroix, and these are my wonderful daughters, Julie and Aimee is joining us this week. We're so excited to have her with us. So we are mother and daughters, and Julie and I decided to start doing this series every Sunday. So if you want to subscribe to one of our channels, you will never miss an episode of this. So it's week number 39, I believe. 39.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. So Julie is going to well, first of all, how are you guys?
Well, I am good. Today is Sunday, February 27th. It has been, even though February is a short month, it's gone really fast and it's been really busy. And so I can't believe that it's over tomorrow. Of course, everybody, you guys know at home that Sale-A-Bration ends tomorrow. This is the big Sale-A-Bration is a big promotion that Stampin' Up! Has, and you get free gifts for every $50 that you spend. And so it's just been busy. And if you haven't already placed your Sale-A-Bration order, there's still time. Make sure you get in touch with us so that we can help you get that finalized before the end of the day tomorrow. So I have just been a little busy. I feel like a little busy little bee, like buzzing all over the place. And this week has been no exception. How's it been for you guys?
Well, busy and cold. It did warm up and rain, but now we have another cold front moving through. And actually, Julie, I think you're going to get it before Aimee and I. Aimee's in the middle, well, towards the west side of the state. And then it'll make its way east. So we're all in for it again. So yeah. Aimee, how are you?
Good. About the same. Busy. Yeah, February definitely went by fast for us as well. Trying to keep up with everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you guys are putting me to shame because you both have rainbow shirts on. If that gives you any kind of hint what we're doing today.
I even have my rainbow glasses. Did you see that?
I did notice those. Yes.
All right, Aimee.
Everything rainbow.
Everything rainbow. She is the rainbow girl in the family. That is for sure, for sure. So anyway, why don't we get started? And Julie is going to turn on her desktop and share with you what we're going to use for today's projects.
All right, so the rainbows were the clue. We're using the new Rainbow of Happiness bundle today. This is in the January through June Stampin' Up! Mini catalog on page 18, and this is a stamp set and die bundle. So let me move that out of the way and show you the stamp set. This is a photopolymer stamp set. So the photopolymer stamps are the ones that you can, the clear ones that you can see through. And there's a little sample that I stamped up for a card. I just love how you can customize this so much. And of course, there are coordinating dies that die cut detailed rainbows and some little itty bitty clouds. Now, I'm going to pull the catalog back in to show you. There is also a cloud punch, and it's not part of the rainbow bundle. So there are smaller clouds that are in the die set, but then there's also the cloud punch that's available separately. I'm going to show you the item number. However, unfortunately, the cloud punch is not available to order right now. And actually the rainbow dies are not available to order right now either. The dies are supposed to be back in stock around March 7th. So just another week. And then the cloud punch, I think towards the end of March. But the reason that we wanted to show you the Rainbow of Happiness bundle is because there's coordinating designer paper, and this is available as a Sale-A-Bration gift. So as I said, Sale-A-Bration ends tomorrow, and you can get free gifts for every $50 that you order. So the Sunshine and Rainbows designer paper is one of those $50 level gifts that you can choose for free with a qualifying order, but it ends tomorrow. And so even though the rainbow dies are not available to order right now, if you've been eyeing rainbows and you love this paper, you want to make sure to get your order in no later than 12 o'clock or 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow on Monday, February 28th. So this is a 6x6 paper pack, and that means that you get 12 different double-sided sheets. There's 4 of each pattern in the pack, and you can see we've got some nice bright colors, but also some softer colors. And so I just love the versatility in this paper set, and I feel like I have used it so much with rainbows and without rainbows. And so I'm going to share with you some samples really quick using the rainbow paper. Here is one that I made a little pocket card with the designer paper, and these were the B sides, and I just cut those and did the cloud punch here. This is a little pocket card, so it has a little bit that opens and then it goes in the corner pocket. Here's one that I copied from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. And so there is actually a pattern in the paper that punches out with the cloud punch. So it's a great pairing, even though it's not bundled. All of those clouds will punch out with the cloud punch. So that's what I did on this card, and adding some of the strips. Here's one, a little bookbinding card, and I cut out the designer paper pieces there and then a little strip inside. Here are some simple note cards that I did where I just took a 3 by 4.5 inch piece of designer paper with the cloud punch and added some sparkles. But as I said, it's not just for rainbows. So here's a diagonal easel card that I made using patterns from the Sunshine and Rainbow designer paper and the Driving By stamp set. Here's one from Barb Mulliken, also using the same striped pattern. And then I also used different patterns with the Awesome Otters stamp set. The Awesome Otters is another Sale-A-Bration gift that you can choose. And here I've got sort of the more pastel patterns. I just love how there's just so many different patterns in this set. And then I made this card recently using the Cactus Cuties, which is a bundle from the January through June mini catalog. And I used 3 different patterns from the Sunshine and Rainbows paper. Okay, so you need the paper. That's the point. That's the short story. you need the Sunshine and Rainbows designer paper. So make sure that you get it before Sale-A-Bration ends tomorrow, or you will be super, super sad. So today we're going to share some projects. We each have a card to demonstrate and then some more samples to share with you. So Mom, are you ready to show us your project?
I am. So I didn't use designer series paper. I pulled out our 12 by 12 glimmer paper. And so I decided I was going to use that. So I used the die, and you can get 2, let me pull my die out just to show you what I did.
I always forget about this paper. So the rainbow glimmer paper is in the annual catalog, right?
Yes, it is in it. Yep. And so what I did was I did one of each. Just flipped it over and got these rainbow pieces out. And then I also, I have 1-inch strip that I also used this fun little piece for a border. And so I die cut out a couple of these that I'm going to use. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put some of this stuff out of the way. And for those of you who are rainbow perfectionists, I am not going to have this in rainbow order. Aimee. Okay, so
well, what I love about the rainbow glimmer paper too is that most of those colors are the same colors that are in that Rainbows and Sunshines paper pack too. So it coordinates amazingly with it.
All right. So what I did is I just kind of lined these up. And I alternated because I couldn't decide. And then by doing this, I actually got 2 cards. So that's how I did this.
I love that.
Isn't that fun? All right, so I'm not going to glue these on right now. I'm going to show you what I did because I made a couple cards. So here's one that I used, and I couldn't decide. This is Granny Apple Green card base with Melon, Mambo, a matte, and then the white. And I needed some birthday cards, so I actually used the Happy Birthdays from Sentimental Swirls, and then I added. So just a very simple card front, and then I couldn't decide color-wise for the card base or how much to matte. So this one I did on Pacific Point. So what I'm gonna do though is show you the inside and what I'm doing with the inside, because that's not as boring as just doing what I did. So I'm pulling some of the rainbow stamps. And I'm going to kind of layer them with this sentiment saying, I'm sending you a rainbow of happiness. So that is what I'm going to do. And I'm going
Such a great sentiment for a birthday.
It really is. That's why I chose it. Oh. So maybe Miles in March will get a rainbow card. All right, let's see if I can do this straight on camera. That's always my big fear.
Rainbows seem really timely for March too, with leprechauns and St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. This is Melon Mambo.
Is there really ever a bad time for rainbows?
No, you're right. There is not.
And then I'm going to do the greeting. I was going to do it in black, but then I thought, well, I'm going to bring out the Pacific Point and put this in here. I think that looks okay.
These colors make me so happy.
Don't they know?
Yeah.
And then I brought out Daffodil Delight for our little guy. So there's our inside stamped piece. And then I'm going to pick one of these, maybe this guy.
Oh.
And put him on with my favorite glue. And then I'll just trim off the edges. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, but. And then just put him along the bottom. Get a little more of this showing. Oh, I need a little more glue. Because once again, I forgot to use the adhesive sheet.
Oh. This has a nice solid line, it looks like, to use the rest of the glue on.
It does. It does, it does. And I just love this little border. All right, so there is my inside piece. I'm going to get all this stuff off of here, and I'm going to put it in, I think, this guy. And I will bring out my seal, Julie. I'm on the inside. I got a little ink there. So there's the inside, up close and personal, and the outside.
What a great card. I love it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So there's that card. And I'm going to show you just a couple of samples. And I know I have more. Julie showed some little note cards, and I remember doing that. I had out a tray of stuff for make and takes at my open house when the catalog was. You think I can find those? No. So here's this card, I've used the bookbinding fold on this and some of the DSP with some of the iridescent rhinestones. And like Julie, I just fussy cut out this little rainbow from that paper that's got like all of these rainbows on there. Just too cute, too cute. And then this is a Z fold card that I did. Sending you a rainbow of happiness again.
Oh, I love that.
We did this at a party last month as well. Oh, yeah.
So cute.
Yeah. So those are the projects that I can share with you right now.
Looks good.
So I am done. Let me put stuff back in my handy dandy little basket.
All right, Aimee, are you ready to go next?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the first card that I have. This was kind of when I first started playing with when I just had the paper. And I have this, I cut slits kind of in here so that you can take out this tag and then you can use this like on a gift.
Aww.
And we even kept it loose so that you can not knowing what the length somebody might need. So I, Yeah, so there's that. And then I even opened up, or here's my inside.
I love it.
That is so cute.
Yeah, and then I really struggled with the greeting. I even tried to do where Magenta Madness on vellum, then I put clear embossing over it because it stays wet on vellum longer, but it's such a different color when you put the clear embossing over that I kind of just scrapped that. So it's just stamped underneath with the vellum over it to kind of, I guess. So there's that first card that I made. And then here's a card I was inspired by the paper.
Oh,
Look
where
at
I have,
oh.
I was inspired by the paper here
Oh.
with this, like just screamed grass to me. So I kind of
Yeah.
had these two backgrounds here and I cut out a bunch of rainbow of the little rainbows or whatever in this. And I never finished this with a greeting. I was actually thinking about cutting out a cloud, white or something like that. And so I haven't quite finished that one. But here I then kind of, because the photopolymer is great that you can kind of shape it however you want to. I shaped it around like one of the templates and stamped that in gray. I didn't want it black so that it didn't it wasn't too bold. The gray kind of kept it with the pastel colors. And I also wanted to maybe do some other rainbows. I originally cut out these in the small colors, but I wanted to maybe try some different color combinations. And these are all the colors that were listed in the paper pack. So they do somewhat, I guess, coordinate a little bit. I don't have an inside, but there's that one. And then this one, again, no grading. So then I took my scraps, and again, even the scraps from the rainbows that I cut out and some of that, and I made this little 3x3 card.
I never thought about using the cloud paper like as a whole sheet for a background. I only thought about punching it, but I love it as the whole background.
Yep, that's great.
I thought it was fun, especially since I didn't have the cloud punch for a little while. But I even I have it popped up in Dimension Art if you could see that. So, and this was I cut out multiple white rainbows too to kind of give that dimension as well without using dimension.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun. And this heart that was even on here, that's actually from that Whale of a Good Time. Well, the one that had the whale punch.
Oh yeah.
Because there wasn't any hearts in this one, except for these tiny little hearts. So I then did make this one. Wanted to
I love this.
Use different colors too, and I really wanted to use this border. So I just kind of quickly made it. I cut out, they had the solid piece where I could cut out all the colors, and then I cut them behind, and I did kind of clean it up in the inside with just another rainbow. So the little stripey, kind of fun, and then I just kept it simple with letting the colors kind of shine through. So there's that one.
Oh, cute.
Wanted to try something that wasn't just rainbow color, so I did kind of a monochromatic look, and this is some of that paper from the paper pack, and polished pink instead of Magenta Madness, and then I had just variety of the pinks, and I wanted to use the polished pink flower embellishments. I'm not sure the name of them offhand, so I kind of kept that
flourishes or something like that.
Yeah, those are so fun, and I just was I wanted to use them because I thought rainbows and flowers is so cute. So
yeah,
it was kind of my quick and simple card. And then I wanted to point out that on the tag here, that this is embossing paste over Magenta Madness cardstock. And Julie and I, when we were together, it was over Christmas, right?
Yeah, I think it was over Christmas.
We went to Dollar Tree and we found these in the baking section. So you can kind of, scrape on the frosting or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, we could totally use these in the craft room. So I played around, put the embossing paste down, and before it dried, I just kind of scraped some shapes. And so it was $1.25 for these. And then here's just some the other, I cut out from that same cardstock sheet. Just kind of cute. It was kind of fun. I wanted to add it to a little something with the rainbows.
I love that. So that was just the embossing paste, right? Not embossing powder, the stuff
Correct.
that comes in a little jar. Paste. And then you have to let it dry. But you did all the scraping before that, right?
Yes. So I pasted it on, took my palette knife and kind of spread it a little bit. Some of it is thicker, some of it's thinner. And then I just kind of made shapes or whatever, tried both sides, and just kind of tried to make some little wavies real quick to use to play around with. And
wow,
that's so cool. Yeah. I love how you always do fun backgrounds like that, because I got a set of those little dollar things for myself too, and guess where they are? Still in the package.
I'll say not open. Yeah. I just
Oh.
want to quickly show you this. This was me just kind of playing around with the stamps at first too. But so I did the rainbow and just the 3 colors. So this is, and I can't remember these embellishments the name either. So I grabbed the colors, the matching coordinating colors or whatever. And this, I thought I could try to make a cloud shape, but it wasn't big enough. So I did stamp it like 4 times to try to make an abstract cloud shape. I messed up the greeting, so I didn't end up turning this into anything, but I also, wanted to kind of see what it looked like, kind of paste on if I did it all the way through. It was kind of fun texture. And I
Those
also
are the
then
shaker shapes from the annual catalog.
shaker shapes. Well, see, and that's what I was thinking would be awesome to do a shaker card by like cutting these out in those colors, and then each, it was a window with these embellishments in, and I ran out of time to make cards. Like I have all these ideas and never finished executing them. So anyway, those are all my samples that I made up, but I have somewhat.
You've been a busy girl.
Well, it's rainbows. I'm always inspired by rainbows, so it's not hard.
Well, they're beautiful, Aimee. You do such great work. I just love it when you join us and share your talent because, gosh,
I love joining you guys. It's so much fun.
Yeah, we do.
I just love how you have such a different style from us. Like you really get into like the techniques and really like you just see stamp sets and things in a different way. And it's always so refreshing to see what you have to share. So thank you, Aimee, for.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, I've got a project to share. So I'm going to switch the desk back to me. And I am focused on the dies as well, which in the paper, I'm using a lot of the paper as well, but before I do that, I do have a card to share using the stamps. So this is actually a swap card from Dina Rico, and it's a little pocket card, but I love how she used some not alternate colors, but just some different non-traditional rainbow colors. So the fresh freesia, calypso coral, and the petal pink. I just thought that was really beautiful. And then this is just a little pocket piece. So it was like a regular card front, and she did that die cut border, and then she wrapped the ribbon around to sort of like make that pocket and keep that closed. So it's kind of a fun idea there. So I'm going to use the dies today. I got this little die here and a 3x3 piece of basic white cardstock. And so I'm going to use my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I affectionately call her Lucy. Do you guys have names for your little machines?
No, I do not.
My friend Jamie calls her Little Cranky.
Little Cranky. Oh my gosh. I love that. I was gonna say, I know some people that call it like Big Boss and Little Boss.
Oh,
so little Lucy or little Cranky or whatever you want to call the little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is actually going to be on sale in March. I can hardly believe it. They are offering the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for 20% off in March, as well as a discount on some of the bundles. So you can watch that starting in just a few days. If you've been thinking about getting the little machine, it sure is handy for these small dies. And I love that you can do so much with it. I was going to show you, I don't even know if the symbol is on this set or not. I think a lot of dies do fit in the mini machine, but there is a little symbol in the back that, now I'm not going to be able to find it right here. So like, if all of the dies fit in the mini machine, there's a little symbol like that you'll see in the catalog. So if you don't have the big die cut and emboss machine and you're trying to, pick out some dies for the first time, you can use that little symbol to help guide you to know what is going to fit in this little machine. It's about 3.5, 4 inches. I think 3.5 inches because this cardstock is 3 inches. So about 3.5 inches wide. So I think a lot of our dies will fit. And even though this one, they don't all fit like that big die, you might be able to get that big die on there. And this one too, if you have the right size cardstock. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out and show you the little mini machine because it is just so So convenient. I love having it on the desk when I don't, you know, want to get the big one out. It's great for traveling if you like to go to crops and things like that. Okay, so let me bring this in here, the designer paper. So I die cut this, and it's sometimes hard to tell in the catalog how dies will cut. And this is one that I think definitely maybe cut out a little differently than I thought it was going to be, because it creates a negative image. And so I noticed, Aimee, you used a lot of these pieces that were die cut on your card, but I'm actually going to use the negative on my card because I found out recently that the negative of this little die lines up perfectly with the designer paper.
No way.
What? I know, right? So this designer paper piece has all those rainbows, and on so many of our cards, we just cut out the rainbow and we use that. But yeah, check it out. It lines up perfectly. And so I'm going to turn it around and use my tear and tape, which has gone missing. Tear and tape.
You need a little basket to keep all your goodies in.
I know, right? I usually have it right here, and I cleaned up, and now it's okay. Just on the other side of my desk. My desk isn't even that big. Okay, so we're gonna line it up. I still just cannot believe how well that lines up. It's crazy. Wow. And then you can use like Scotch tape or whatever if you like. I like the tearing tape just because it's already on my desk. And so I'm not going to take it off necessarily. I'm just using it to put the paper on. And the paper, oh, sorry. It moved just a little bit as I was fussing with it. So, okay, let's try that again. Line it up. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp underneath the "You Make Me Happy" from the Rainbow of Happiness. I'm going to go down just a little bit because I also used the cloud dies to die cut some of the supple glimmer paper. Now the supple glimmer paper in the catalog looks like blue, right? Like balmy blue. It has pink and it has blue, but the blue is actually more of like an iridescent, like pool party, which I think is perfect for clouds. So it may not match the catalog, but I kind of love it even more. Now that I was fussing, I have a little bit of pull on this. I'm just going to add a little glue just to
with my favorite adhesive.
It's done. Okay, Aimee, I have to ask you because Mom always talks about her favorite adhesive, and I'm always using my favorite adhesive. So Aimee, tell us, what adhesive do you like to use?
That's a tough one because it really depends on like what I'm using it for, right? I honestly use both probably pretty even, like liquid adhesive versus a stamp and seal. Honestly, I even throw in some of the tear and tape, like for certain things as well. Like I really like the kind of a tear and tape. I mean, honestly, it's even. I can't really say a favorite. That's why rainbow's my favorite color, because I can't pick color.
Way to be neutral. Oh, I'm using the mini Stampin' Dimensionals to add the clouds to the bottom of the rainbows. And so the cloud punch, I love how the cloud punch coordinates with the rainbows and the larger rainbow, but this little rainbow die really needs that smaller cloud. So that's going to be the focal point on my card. I use those dies for that. And let me bring in my card base. So I have Daffodil Delight card base, which is actually like the yellow, orangey yellow in here is actually Mango Melody, but I found that it was just a little too I hate to even say dark, but like I don't know, I just liked the way it popped on the lighter color, don't you think?
I agree, absolutely.
So I've got Daffodil Delight for the base. I have a 2" by 5.5" piece. These are papers or pieces from that Sunshine and Rainbows paper. So I have the this piece that's Bermuda Bay, and then I also have a piece that is the melon. Is it melon or is it magenta?
like
It's Magenta Madness.
Magenta Madness. Okay.
And I wanted to bring in, where did it go? I swear my desk is not even that messy. I had a piece of ribbon that was cut. Okay, on the floor. I'm all over the place. This is that white glitter ribbon, and I think it's finally back in stock. It was out of stock for a while, but like I just love the sparkle that adds to the project. So I'm going to add a little bit of that as well. So we're going to add this layer with some regular seal adhesive. And then I like to add my ribbon like this with a little tear and tape to hold it down. And again, just how I did with the rainbow in the back, just not even like taking it apart, but just to hold it in place. And then I'm going to add this piece with Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with the proportions. I had laid this out and I hadn't actually glued it down, so there we go. I think I like that kind of crooked. And then I'm going to use some regular Stampin' Dimensionals to add the square.
Cute card. Really, really cute.
You'll have to let me know if you think it needs an embellishment, because one of my favorite embellishments to go with this paper is the artistry bloom sequins.
So of course I'm going to say yes.
Man, I am just struggling with the proportions here. I'm going to just go with it. So the artistry bloom sequins comes with 4 sheets. And I love how these iridescent colors kind of almost change depending on the paper that you use with it. So I think it goes so well with the sunshine and rainbow paper because of that. It has a lot of the same tones and just coordinates really beautifully. So I don't know. What do you think, Aimee? Sequins? We got some glitter on the ribbon, glitter on the clouds. Amy's shrugging.
No.
Are we having a connection issue?
Your screen's black for me.
Oh, can you hear me okay?
I can hear. It's just that screen is black. So
you can't see. All right.
I can't give my opinion. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Mom says sequins.
Yep.
And so let's see what we think. What color though, Mom?
That's what I was just looking. Boy, it depends where you're going to put them.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward that light yellow.
Yeah, I think that works.
Is that too subtle?
No, I don't think so. You don't want anything that's going to fight with the rainbow and the clouds.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I almost feel like it doesn't gel with everything else.
Well, you can take them off if you don't think they work.
Secretly, I might totally destroy and remake this card. Oh, okay, I think I'm gonna leave it off. We've got the glitter paper and we've got the glitter ribbon, and I just killed the rainbow. And so I think there's enough glitter going on, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm changing it out for a bigger Stampin' Dimensional, which is why I tore it off. Okay. All right, let's switch our cameras around and we can show off our cards. Aimee, you'll just have to pick a favorite. Oh, cute rainbows. So we're showing off all kinds of dies, the little border, the big rainbow, the little rainbow. And we're so sorry that we're showing you dies that are not available to order quite yet, but they are supposed to be back in stock coming up on March 7th or 8th around then. So if you've been wanting to buy them, then they're coming back really soon. And don't wait on this designer paper though, because the designer paper will not be available again after tomorrow. That's going to be the last day to get it. So
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sad Celebration is coming to an end. What are you going to miss? What's your favorite Celebration product that you wish was sticking around?
We had this conversation when we did the Awesome Otters, and I couldn't decide between the stamp set and the Simply Marvelous paper, but I also love the daffodil paper a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
How about you, Aimee?
Rainbow paper for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think my very favorite Celebration gift is the Special Moments stamp set, which is a free gift when you have $100 order. So it's kind of a bigger one to stretch to, but it's such a versatile greeting set. And there's actually a couple really great greetings that go well with the rainbows that I've used on some of the cards, like the Hello Sunshine, that one. And then the other one is the Thanks for Brightening My Day. I don't know that I have that one out. Maybe on the inside of this one. Yeah. Like, I just think those sentiments go so perfect with the rainbows. So that's a good one too. And I hate that these are like exclusive items that won't be available. Like they're only available for 2 months. So you have to get them now or you'll be sad. I don't like to be sad.
Well, there's some good things coming up to look forward to. There's always another celebration. Yes. Right?
That's right. There will be another celebration in July and August this year when the next mini catalog comes out. But next month, we've got the mini machine that's on sale and the bundles that are on sale. And also, Mom, what's the new bundle? What's the new suite name?
Oh, Waves of the Ocean.
Yeah, that starts on March 1st too. And that's got some fun things in it. We've got a video planned for that. Is that going to be next week? Yeah.
Yes, I believe it is next week. Yes.
That's going to be super fun. Okay. Yeah. Well, I had an idea. Maybe it was when we were doing our video last time, Mom. I talked about it recently in a video and I can't remember what it was, but we need to do another challenge video where we send each other stuff. And so I don't know, what do you guys think, since I've got you all here on camera in front of everybody?
Okay, let's do that. Let's do yes.
I thought it would be fun last time. What's that?
Is this anything goes? We can pick whatever, or
so last time we were all together and we each like made an envelope of materials and we switched and had to make a card live. This time I thought it would be fun if we each send each other the same set of supplies, you know, like the same card base, the same, you know, designer paper piece, you know, a punch tag, but I send them the same materials to you and I also make a card with it and you send the same materials to us so that we're each sharing 3 projects and we can see how each of us like interpret the pieces, you know, that come in the mail. Like, I think that would be really fun to see how we each treat them differently and what we come up with. What do you think?
Kind of I like it. Kind of like a mystery stamping among the 3 of us.
Yes. So we would just be showing finished projects. So we'll make this our homework and we'll gather again. It probably will be 3 or 4 weeks, I think, before we have to send all the supplies out and do that. So you know, it would be really fun if we post the measurements and let everybody at home also play along and come up with projects and then see what we created as well. What do you guys think?
Fun. Fun. All right. So we will do that. We will pick something and figure out the measurements of things that we're going to send. And then we will post them as soon as we have it done, and then we'll give you guys a couple of weeks as well. So we won't just send it to you and say, here's the measurements, get ready, we're doing it tonight or something. So yes, we will give you guys time. And this is fun. We should call it Fun Day Stamping with Susan and Julie.
Oh, I love it. Fun
Okay.
day stamping with family. We'll just get everybody involved.
Yes. So we need
Love it.
Thomas and we
Yes.
need Angie.
Yes.
I wonder
And
if we-
Maddie and Claire and anybody else who wants to stamp and join
Yeah.
us.
It'll be the family of demonstrators. There's 5 of us now that are demonstrators.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Listen, we need to
Pretty
go.
remarkable.
Yep. And thank you for watching us today. And we will see you next Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks, Aimee, for joining us this
Bye.
week.
Love you, girls.
Thank you for
Love you
having
guys.
me.